So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Escaping the pressure right. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They go play action with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Nifty move. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Williams now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it, to throw it underneath, a short pass like that? But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 31, Lawrence. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown Bengals. T. Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is now 13. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Clay Brooks to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. He's going to air one out, and he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
They'll roll him out right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. Nixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now
Burrow loses the football.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. On first down, Mixon powers through him, flexing his muscle again. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Now Joe Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 78 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.